In this celebration, we are one with our Chinese brothers and sisters in thanking the Lord for His many blessings as they celebrate the new year of the lunar calendar. My dear friends, after listening intently to the gospel narrative just proclaimed, we cannot help it but feel a sense of déjà vu. Why? If you have noticed, the details in today's gospel passage seem to recall a similar miracle that took place prior to this miraculous event. Can you recall that event? Very similar. That's right, the feeding of the 5,000. Mark 6, chapter 6, verses 30 to 44. The feeding of the 5,000. Today's gospel is entitled The Feeding of the 4,000. The former took place prior to the latter. Now, having said that, we would like to believe that the apostles knew the drill already. They knew the dynamics already. There was a felt need, people were hungry. Jesus, the compassionate, was there, and they had very few provisions. Those three were the ingredients of the miracle we call the feeding of the 5,000. The question is, how come the apostles seem to forget such miraculous deed of the Lord? Proof? Instead of simply giving to the Lord the 7 loaves of bread that they had and the few fish, Lord, oh, please perform another miracle for these 4,000. Diba? Kasuway na gud sila. Instead of doing that, what they do? They succumb to their sense of helplessness. And as a result, they became dismissive of the crowd. Pulian na sila. Anyway, it's not our obligation. You did not invite them to come. They came voluntarily. So send them out. Ang pangutana, why they did not get it? Ngano ka, no? Unsa may wa nila masabti? There was a prior miracle, a similar miracle. Why didn't they understand? According to some biblical experts, my dear friends, it's possible that they understood. They understood that Jesus could perform another miracle. But what they did not understand was Jesus was willing to perform another miracle. Ngano ni question sila ni Ana? Remember a particular detail in today's gospel. Where did the people come from? From a great distance. From a great distance. Now, that line alone is very telling. During the feeding of the 5,000, the crowds were all Jews. In the feeding of the 4,000, since people came from a great distance, most likely a good number were Gentiles, non-believers. In the eyes of the Jews, non-believers were like correct dogs. So most probably, just most probably, the apostles didn't feel any compassion for these people because they were outsiders. And so they did not understand that their master, a Jew, was willing to go out of his way to feed them. My dear friends, many of us fail to experience God's miracles, great and small, for the simple reason that we do not in any way value God as we should value Him. For many of us, God is insufficient. God is very little. Let us never forget, God is more than enough. Gani na usa ka santos, Saint Teresa of Jesus, nakaingon siya, solo Dios basta. God alone is enough. More than enough. Once we have that kind of perspective, we begin to experience the many miracles God can do in our lives. All we have to do is to surrender to the Lord whatever little resources, little talents, little skills that we have. We present them to the Lord, and He will be the one to make the most out of this little that we have. Amen.